So I'm now going to try and show you how to make a podcast using Anchor. And I've just Googled podcasting, and top of the search results are Anchor and Podbean. And I'll be showing you both of these in our video tutorials here on this site. I'm recording this on my MacBook. You can equally use Anchor on any other laptop, and you can even use it on a mobile phone because there is an Anchor app which is extremely easy to use. Well, if I just click here on anchor.fm, let's go to that link. Now I've already signed up, so it's going to come up with my account, and I've just set something up called Jay's Playground. Let me show you how easy it is to make a podcast using Anchor. All I need to do is come across here and click New Episode. And then I've got a number of buttons here that I can use. The first one is to record my audio. The second one is to add a facility where listeners can leave voice messages to my episode. I tend not to do that. And a library here where you can recycle and reuse previously recorded audio. Down here, something called transitions, which is little clips of music and sound effects that you can add to make your podcast seem a little bit more professional. I tend to start with the recording of the audio. Now I have a number of options. I can click on this record button and record directly now into the microphone that I'm using, or I can upload pre-recorded audio from my computer, and I tend to use Audacity to make audio recordings. I can simply upload that Audacity sound file, and that becomes the basis of my podcast. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to record directly using this big red record button. Okay, well, let me do a short demo audio clip or extract for you now. So I'm going to click on the record button, and when I click here, it will tell me that I'm recording. I've got the correct microphone connected, so I'm ready to go. So here it comes. Audiobooks and podcasting are increasingly popular. Audio is engaging and highly portable. Just look at any commuter journey and how many people are listening to audio. Trust me, it's not all music. People are listening to stories or their favorite podcasts, or even learning languages via audio. Podcasting is the trending medium, as evidenced by Spotify's massive recent investment in podcast hosting. Well, you can see now that this audio clip that I've just recorded is uploading to Anchor. And I'm just going to pause while it does that because it's rather dull watching that upload. Well, now what I do, I grab hold of this audio recording and I bring it across to my episode. So it really is as easy as drag and drop. What I'm going to do is add a transition down here, and you can see that I've got a range of transitions to choose from. Let's try this one. Let's see what that sounds like. And that'll do. Okay, I'm going to drag that across here and put it above the audio, and then I'm going to drag another one down here after the audio. Now I'm simply going to save this episode. I can play all the way through, but I'm going to save it now, and I'm going to call this episode 3TFL, and I could write stuff in there if I wanted to, but I won't bother for this video demonstration. And now publish, and it is now publishing this podcast that I've just created. If I wanted to, I could put a season number and episode number in here as well. It tells me my podcast has been published, and I can come back and edit it anytime I like. And I'll just show you quickly what happens down at the bottom here. I'll get data on that episode and how many plays it's had, and further down I'll be able to play through the transitions, the audio content, and that final transition all in one go from here. Well, it's time now to go back to my dashboard, and on the dashboard I'll see this, and I'll click on the public site, and hopefully fairly quickly this will come up and I'll be able to listen on Spotify or other places immediately to my podcast. And this is the one I've done. I forgot to give it a name. It's called Heist after the transition. Let's give it a play. There's my transition musical intro. Audiobooks and podcasting and there's the main content that we record. Audio is engaging. I think that looks quite nice. And I've got a share button here, and I've got an embed code which I'll copy now. Oops, sorry. Copy that embed code. I've got a link that I can send to people, and so it's very easy to share this podcast or simply direct people to the URL for your dashboard. Well, I've now gone to a Google site that I've made, and I've got an embed feature here. So I could embed by URL. I copied the code, so I'll copy the code in there and click Next. And there is my podcast that we've just created. I'll insert. It goes into my web page, and you can see just how easy it is to create a really good professional audio recording or podcast using Anchor and embedding in something like a Google site. I suppose we should make sure it works now from this embedded player, so let's give it a click. Audiobooks and podcasting are increasingly popular. Audio is engaging and highly portable. Just look at any commuter journey and how many people. So there we are, and that is the first of my video tutorials on podcasting using Anchor.